It came down. Next, please. We started erecting. It has come up to this level now. Next, please. It has come up to this level. Now we are going to have the third one. Next, please. Just look at it. Fresh, clean. You won't feel that it is 1,200 years old. Very beautiful temples. Next, please. Just compare what was the condition earlier and now what is the condition. Next, please. And this was completely in fragments. Nobody had the courage to lift anything from here. Next, please. We started working. Next, please. It has come up to this height. Next, please. Just look at it again. I will tell you. Yes, I'll tell you. Next, please. Next. Now, what you are going to see a miracle. This one, the steps are there, but no temple. Steps are there, but no temples. But we came to the conclusion there were 6 temples here, and just behind that one there were 8 temples, and in front of it there were 8 temples, which means, you have 6 temples. So totally you have got 20 temples. So out of this thing, we are going to create 20 temples right in front of you. Next, please. It became like this one. This is, we are going to use these pillar bases, these temple stone bases. Next, please. So initially we will be making 6 temples. Next, please. Work is going on, and work is going on the other one also. Next, please. Now 2 temples have been completed. Next, please. So this is, you saw it like this one. Out of that, we have created 2, but I had promised you 6. Now at my command, 4 more temples are going to stand before you. Out of its own, because it would be breaking open its own tomb and then coming out into life. Next, please. The 3rd temple has come. The 4th one, please. Just look at it. The 4th one is also there. They are all breaking out their own tombs and coming out into life. Next, please. 5th one has also come out. The 6th one, please. Just look at it. And now let us see the back side of it. Next, please. नहीं, इसके पहले एक होगा. Yes, from the back side you can see this one. Look at its elevation, symmetry, balance, proportion and everything. Beautifully 6 temples. And each stone, divine in conception and sublime in execution. So beautiful. Each stone that has gone into the creation of it is beautiful. Cut and polished like a sparkling diamond, and then that stone has been crafted into second one, second into third one, third into fourth one, and thus the whole thing has been brought into a very brilliant culmination to make it a wonderful, composition. Beautiful composition now it is. Next, please. Again, Kevin Strange comes. This must go as one of the most sensitive archaeological projects in history. Next, please. So this is how you had seen it, and this is this one. Next, please. And just behind it, I had told you 8 temples coming up, one by one. Next, please. Join them together. Now, almost all the gods and goddesses are happy with K.K.Muhammed, but may not be with Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori. Yeah. Next, please. Now, Lord Shiva is ready to marry also. Next, please. Here is Kalyana Sundara Murti, which we often see in all our temples. In Tamil Nadu, we find a lot of Kalyana Sundara Murti. If marriage takes place, of course, we have to have sons also. Ekatandam Chadurbahu or Ashtabahu Gajavaktram Mahodaram Siddhi Buddhi Samayuktam Moshikarutam Evaja. And he just wanted to show it to his wife also, Shakti Ganapati. Next, please. This is Yashodhara's India, Rajasthan Chief Minister's, this one, younger sister. She was very fond of, very fascinated by archaeology also, and she often used to call me also. And one day she told me, Muhammad, you have been doing a lot of work, but you did not take me. Then I took her. Sometimes, she will be taking a very hard decision also, such a very powerful lady. Next, please. Similarly, Jyotiraditya Scindia ji also, at that time he was in Congress party. I mean, he also used to support us like anything. And we could speak anything to him and he would immediately respond it also. Next, please. So you had seen the temple groups like this one. Next, please. And now, as I said, 80 temples we have been able to reconstruct. Next, please. Next, please. Now I have put a beautiful, this one also all around it. You can see how we had seen the temple groups and now it is like this. A number of researchers are coming, not only from India, but also from outside the countries. Next, please. Next, please. So you had seen it like this one, once more. Next, please. And now it is like this. 80 temples we have seen, 120 temples are still left out. I have been telling, requesting, pleading with the present government since the last 8 years to reconstruct at least one temple during their period. All these temples have been built during the Congress period, but not even a single temple during the BJP's period. That is, the most tragic part of it. Even though I was also very close to RSS and BJP also, but they did not do it. Very painful fact. Next, please. So this is our Narve Singh Gujjar. Next, please. And one day that happened. It was very difficult. It was a very sad day for us, but of course, he should have been shot dead. Next, please. And this is only his younger brother was left, only one younger brother was left out. And they used to take for, if they are catching, kidnapping as LP school teacher, they used to take from 15 to 25 lakhs. That was the kidnapping charges. And if it is a bigger officer, it would be 1 crore, 2 crores of rupees. Next, please. And once he was shot dead, then the rampant whining started. Rampant whining started, my temple started coming down. I wrote to all the people, and I knew that there was one minister who was involved in this one. His name is Lakshmikant Sharma, and he has been, in another case, Vyapam case, he was behind the bars also. Next, please. So there was no stoppage of the whole thing. Then ultimately I did something when servant should not have done. At that time, Sudarshanji was the RSS chief. I wrote to him that, earlier Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori had destroyed our temples. Now BJP is being ruled. Madhya Pradesh is being ruled by the BJP government, and during the period, the same thing is happening. It was, of course, a hard-hitting letter, but he took, the greatness of the man is that he took immediate action. Within 24 hours, he might have pulled up the chief minister, police was rushed to the area, but this group was also equally powerful, equally armed also. There was an exchange of fire between them, and they fired at the collector and SP also. Next, please. And Ambika Soni wrote to Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the CM. Next, please. Chief Minister. Next, please. And then, next, please. Just before. So, Shivraj Singh ji said that yes, earlier this was going on, but now we have taken action. But you take action now against this man who wrote a letter to RSS chief. That was chief minister is this one. So I was expecting my own suspension and also dismissal. And for me now there is nothing is left out except to recite Mahamrityunjay mantra. There was no other way. Trayambakam yajamahe. So, but I knew that some of the press people, they went there. All the entire press was with me, and the entire channels were with me. Next, please. This is IBN 7. Next, please. Then the press, the entire press from almost all the parties. Yes, next, please, including. And now number of people are doing research there. Next, please. This is from Delhi University. Next, please. Next, please. This is the Holland's hockey team. They had won the 2012 Olympics. Next, please. This is the same team who had come. Next, please. Dacoits preserve Marina temples. Next, please. restored glory from our own, this one, front line. Next, please. Malve mein mandro ka khajana. Next, please. Temple safe, CM tells Soni. Ambika Soni said CM ne kaha, but Muhammad may face heat. Next, please. ASI turns to RSS, gets help. Wanted illegal mining to be stopped. Next, please. Illegal miners fire at collector and SP. If they are firing at a collector and SP, what is a poor archaeological officer? And that too, my height is only 5.2. Next, please. Next. सुदर्शन जी के पहल पर शासन जागा, खजाने बंद, बटेश्वर की मंदिर बचाए. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. मोहम्मद ने क्यों लिखा सुदर्शन को खत? सीएम ने उठाया एएसआई अधीक्षक पर सवाल. माय वे ऑफ वर्किंग दैट वाज क्वेश्चन बाय द सीएम. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. मैं तो बच गया, लेकिन बाय दिस यंग आईपीएस ऑफिसर, ही वाज ओनली 31 years old. And he was, I mean, he was crushed under the tire of an illegally mined, this one, tractor. In a very Bedam Banduk Bekhauf mafia. There was a mafia group, operating all these things. Next, please. I got SARC International Award for this one. Next, please. Gulzar Saab ne diya tha. Next, please. And it is from Reach Award from Coimbatore itself. Next, please. Later on, CM recognized his mistake. Then he declared an award for me. But by that time, I was transferred to Delhi. So French president was coming to Qutub Minar, so I had to receive him. I deputed my wife. Next, please. This is Mohar Singh, who wrote a letter to Honorable Prime Minister. Next, please. This is that letter. He sent a copy to me also. He passed away in 2020. Next, please. And then I received a letter, a phone call from because nothing was going on. After BJP took over. So I was very much worried. Then one day I received a phone call. All of you can recognize this lady. This is our Sudha Narayan Murthy of Infosys. He called me and told me, Muhammad, I have been reading a lot about you and your work. Can we go to the site? Then we went to the site. We were there for 4 days with her other family members, except the husband. Next, please. And this temple also. And she was highly impressed by the work. And then she asked me, what do you need from my side? I said that only one Vishnu temple is left out. And if you can, this one, help that one, financially help that one, we would be thankful to you. She immediately gave the money. But even after that giving money, it is since the last 8 months, nothing was happening. Then again, I had to do a lot of work, Now, slowly the work has started. Otherwise, what is, the BJP government could have done. I went to Sarsang Chalak ji also. And I said, isse bhi acha Congress government tha. Lekin fir bhi did not move. फिर कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि लिख के दीजिए ना, gave it in writing also. Next, please. ये तो मैं आपको सिर्फ ये slum, when I was posted in Delhi, I used to run a number of slum schools also. It was in various monuments, Delhi, Qutub Minar में, लाल किले में, कई जगह पे था. Next, please. थोड़ा सा, we can all, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु. Next, please. थोड़ा सा खेलने के लिए, we were having around 500 students like this one. It was also opposed by a group of people at that time. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Then they gave me an award, Citizen Journalist Award. Next, please. That was given by a very tall person. And that was, next, please. And now another person who was taller than him, he wanted to see the whole the school, how we are running the school. And he wanted to see India also. Next, please. And that was this man. Next, please. And he was the happiest man when he saw the children. Next, please. Next, please. Next. Next. He was the happiest man when he met these children. And there was one boy known as Vishal who said, welcome Mr. and Mrs. Obama. He marked that boy at that time. Then That was in 2010. In 2015, he again came to India. By that time, I had retired from the ASI. And then the Indian embassy contacted me. They wanted to meet Vishal. I had forgotten Vishal, but the American president did not forget. And then, next please. And then a special program was organized in Siri Photo Auditorium. Next please. And then when I went to Delhi for one of the lectures, I brought him as one of the, exemplary boys. So we gave him some financial help in Mata Sundari College. Next please. He had such a past, so he did not forget. So this is how we can create a lot of things. And I will show you 2 more minutes. One more thing which I initiated in Delhi. Next please. In Delhi, if you go, if a foreigner comes from outside the country, from Europe and other places, they will go to Qutub Minar, Humayun's tomb, Lal Killa and all this place, all Mughal monument. Go to Agra, you have got again the same Mughal, Taj Mahal, Fort Fatehpur Sikri. And again, go to this one, Jaipur, you may call it Rajput, but it is essentially Mughal monuments. So it is only Mughals. So I just wanted to correct it. So I wanted to start a masterpieces of Indian art in Delhi, and I started it also without any particular this one scheme or payment system. Next, please. Of course, this is some of the masterpieces. This is from Goa. Next, please. This is from, as you all know, Krishna lifting this one Govardhan from Mahabalipuram. Next, please. This is Varaha incarnation. Next, please. This is Buddha, of course, it is from Lahore Museum. Next, please. This is Buddha preaching Buddha from Sarnath. And Ravana shaking Kailash from Ellora. Next, please. And this is one of the most beautiful ladies in Indian, this one, perhaps very few people might have seen it. And this is known as Gyaraspur, one of the much more than beautiful than this one. Many other European counterparts. Next, please. And this is Trivikrama panel, again from Mahabalipuram. Next, please. This is Mahishasura Nirna, Shavidatri, Varade Nama. All life size. Next, please. Again from modern period next, please. The first Shivalinga. Next, please. This is Ugra Narasimha Murthy from Hampi. Next, please. Jain statue, Gomadeshwar. Next, please. This is a typical Shiva. Just look at it. Shiva's turban. This is made out of the serpents. Vasuki. And his nose, that is a descending Chipkali, this one, lizard. And his eyes, this is the eyes of frog. And then his mustache, these are the 2 fishes. Here is this. And then his private part, it is a moving tortoise, elephant legs. And here you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not simply Shiva. I am not simply Rudra Shiva, but I am Pashupati Shiva. That is what, you don't have another sculpture like this one. So similarly, 35, this one sculptures I made, but now I thought, at that time, it was this one, Congress government. So one secretary commented, this is a BJP idea. So I told him, sir, it is for me, it is neither BJP nor Congress, it is an Indian idea. But after the BJP came to power, it is now completely closed also. Just look at the irony of fate. So this is now what is happening. But as a government official, if you wanted to improve the system, you can do a lot. But you have to get the political support. Here, everything it is said, the RSS and BJP speak about the glorious civilization. But when they come to power, they don't support all these things. So on this note, let me stop it. May I end, madam? And now you can, if you have any questions and other things from these people, you can listen. Thank you all. Thank you very much for giving a very patient hearing.